Good morning, everybody. It's time for Morning Manna. And this morning, I continue what I said I was starting on Tuesday, and that is talking about community, the power, the construct of community. And what does that mean? What does that mean in the life of the church? And what does that mean with respect to us connecting with one another? Well, you already know. I'm going to give you the text to talk and the takeaway. But before I get into that, I want to kind of set the stage. As you can see, I'm repping today. I am Black History. I am Black History. You ought to know that. 365 days a year. And that's what I want to get into this morning. I don't know about you, but there is, how can I put it? there seems to be an air in the atmosphere, not fear, but within the community, within the African American community in particular with Black Americans, for the most part, there is a sense of being on edge. I didn't say fearful, though there is much to be fearful of. We're not fearful. But there is a something in the air when you literally see a man whom we told you was going to do what he was going to do. And many, even some of those in the African American community, too many black men, don't get me started there, too many black men and other people of color picked sexuality sins that was leveraged against common sense, knowing full well their morality had nothing to do with that. Because if they were moral, they would not be doing what we're doing right now. But here we go. I want to talk about you can't erase us. You cannot erase us with your DEI remanding and pulling back. You can't erase. And I need to grab that. I need you to get that with respect to community. Going to give you the text to talk in the takeaway. Here we go. Romans 8:37. No, in all these things, we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. You already know it. No, in all these things that are jumping off right now through the pen of a man who thinks he's more than God. No, in all these things, we are more than conquerors through him who loved us. Let me give you the context and then we will give you the talk. You know, we're living in a time where history is being rewritten, policies are being reversed, and justice is being put on trial. The erasure of diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, is not just a political move. Hear me, it is a spiritual attack. Hear me, a spiritual attack against the progress of people God has carried through struggle, suffering, and success. The question is, will we let them erase what God has established? Come on here. Well, let me just share this with you. You need to grab this. You need to grab this. Here, we're talking about community. We're talking about community. Our ancestors endured the lash of Jim Crow, mass incarceration, yet we are still here. We endured the lash, we endured Jim Crow, we endured mass incarceration, segregation, but we still here. If they think that taking away DEI means erasing us, just know that you cannot take our destiny. If they remove policies, they cannot remove purpose. If they defund programs, they cannot deflate our power. Hear me on this morning. So let me just talk about what community, when they're talking about the power of our community, You can't erase us. Put that in the chat area. Share it right now. You can't erase us. Say it again. You can't erase us. Say it to your neighbor. You can't erase us. We're talking about the power of community. Hear me. 3 things I want you to grab. First thing is this: preserve the past. We must protect the history that tells our story and teach the next generation the truth. At New Life, and anybody can take it, we have a life group on Black history. We got a life group on Black history. Got a professor teaching it. You need to tap into that. Anybody can take it. All you got to do is go on our website and jump right in. Second thing is pursue the promise. No system, no policy, and no political figure can stop what God has put in place for his people. And we be the people of God. That's right. That's right. You ought to know that. Here's the third thing: propel with power. Our faith and unity are the greatest forces of change. We must push forward together. How do you push forward together? You got to connect in community. And that particular with New Life, connect with a life group that can help you grow. What's your takeaway? They can erase the ink on policies, but they cannot erase the call of God on a people determined to walk in justice. In other words, here you go. You ready? Are you ready? You can't erase us. You can't erase us. If this manna bless you, bless somebody else. Don't keep it to yourself. Share the manna. Share the manna. Share the manna. And get connected in a life group at New Life. You'll see that why we got the power that you can't erase us. The Lord bless you. The Lord keep you. May his face shine upon you and give you peace. I'll see you tomorrow morning with more Morning Manna. God bless you. Put your comments in the chat area. Let's keep it moving. See you in the morning.